So, my friends and my dear friends, today we'll be discussing a very vast topic, that is bacterial zoonosis. And here we go. So, first of all, this is Rudolf Virchow, a German scientist who idealized or who coined the term zoonosis and proclaimed that there should be no dividing line between human and animal medicine. And he used this term zoonotic diseases in 1855, and here is a quote by him which tells the same: between animals and animal medicine there is no dividing line, nor there should be. The object is different, but the experienced gain constitute the basis of all medicine. So first of all, we'll go to introduction. So zoon means animals and nosis means disease, and WHO defines zoonosis as the diseases or infections which are naturally transmitted between vertebrate animals and human beings. Here we should remember this term vertebrate animals, not insects or not arthropod borne. Zoonotic diseases might be arthropod borne, but they should be connected somehow to other vertebrate animals than humans. So it is the definition from WHO, and according to CDC, more than 6 out of every 10 infectious diseases in people are spread from animals. So why are zoonotic diseases important? Because about 61% of human pathogens are zoonotic in nature. It was by Cleveland et al. That was published in 2001. And zoonosis accounts for up to 75% of emerging infectious diseases. Over 200 zoonotic diseases are known till now. It is by WHO 2020. And these zoonotic diseases, they are responsible for an estimated of 2.5 billion cases and 2.7 million deaths worldwide annually. And humans are accidental and dead end hosts, and they can re-emerge even after being considered eradicated or under control. So what are the factors precipitating the emergence of zoonosis? Let's discuss this. So travel and trade, and for example, an infected individual or mosquito or other cargo, other arthropod vectors, or they can cross the world in less than 24 hours because of the technology that has developed in terms of travel and trade. And next is the advent of global agribusiness and urbanization. For this, we can use the example of food products that can be transported from one corner of the world to another in no time. Given that if the product is or the food product is contaminated, the contamination from USA, for example, can infect someone in Pakistan or Nepal or China, or different parts of the world. And another is land use dynamics and destruction of natural wild habitats. What this does is that it increases the exposure of humans to animals. Animals' natural habitat is destructed by ever expanding land using habit of humans, and that's how they get exposed to wild animals. And given that the wild animals, if they carry the infective agents, they can easily now get transmitted to human population. Another is illegal trafficking of wildlife or foods or pets. uh, Exotic bush meats from bats, rodents, primates, we can see it's been being used in exotic markets of different places like China, Mexico, etc. And this kind of activities, they increase the chances of getting infection from animals. And another is climate change and global warming. which eventually change the ecosystems. I mean, the changes in population of reservoir hosts or intermediate insect vectors and microbial genetic mutation are all favored by climate change and global warming. So, transmission of bacterial zoonotic disease is through animal bites and scratches. It can be through fecal-oral route, improper food handling, and inadequate cooking. It could be to the farmers and animal health workers. Also, despite of getting infected, they may act as carriers too. And another very important transmission factor for bacterial zoonotic diseases are vectors such as mosquitoes, ticks, fleas, lice, etc. etc. For example, mosquitoes they can transmit tularemia, ticks they can transmit Lyme's disease, fleas they can transmit cat scratch disease and plague, etc. And lice they can transmit rickettsia prowazeki that causes epidemic typhus. We'll discuss almost all of these diseases later in the current slide, current presentation. So the transmission can also occur through soil and water resources contaminated with manure or excretion or byproducts of animals. So bacterial zoonosis and their mode of transmission can be discussed in three different modes. For example, the transmission by direct contact or inhalation, it includes bacterial diseases like anthrax, brucellosis, leptospirosis, and tularemia, while transmission by arthropod vectors includes plague, Lyme borreliosis or Lyme disease simply, rickettsial infections, and anaplasmatase infection. So another is transmission by scratches and bites of domesticated or wild animals, and a few examples of these infections are pasteurellosis, cat scratch infection, erysipeloid, and capnocytophagia canimorsus infection.